Reborn 7 days before the apocalypse, my sister took the war god system and smiled at me.
This time I'll protect you.
But she didn't know she took a dead end, while the warehouse manager I chose was the only way to survive the apocalypse. My name is Jing Yan. I was locked outside the blast door by my own sister and her senior, bleeding out in the -60-degree cold.
Brother, don't blame me. The blast door can only hold for 10 minutes and one of us has to survive.
Through the thick 3-layer bulletproof glass, I lay covered in blood on the icy snow, my thermal suit already torn to shreds. A shocking wound on my abdomen was oozing black-red blood, emitting the last bit of warmth. On the other side of the glass, the firelight from the fireplace flickered, reflecting two faces I knew to the bone, my sister Jing Yao and the senior Chen Shu, whom I had always supported and whom Jing Yao cherished. Jing Yao held a cup of freshly made hot cocoa, with white steam rising. Her carefully maintained face showed a hint of feigned pity, but deep in her eyes was the relief of finally shedding a burden. I wanted to roar, to smash this damn glass, but the -60-degree cold from the extreme weather froze my vocal cords, leaving me only able to make a wheezing sound like a bellows. My vision began to blur, a sign that my eyeballs were about to freeze. A second before losing consciousness, I saw Chen Shu put his arm around Jing Yao's shoulder, whisper something in her ear, and they exchanged a smile. Then Chen Shu stepped forward, mouthed a goodbye through the glass, and pulled the heavy blackout curtains. The last bit of light disappeared, and in the darkness, the stench of rotting zombies hit me. Countless cold, withered hands grabbed my limbs.
1. Detecting host's life signs at 0. Time reversal initiated. Current anchor point, 7 days before the apocalypse.
Then a flash of white light, and I entered a time-space tunnel. I found myself in an absolute white space with no ice, no zombies, and no piercing cold. I suddenly opened my eyes, gasping for air. Instinctively, I reached for my abdomen, smooth and warm, with no wound. It was a pure white space with no boundaries, filled with a sci-fi glow shuttling around, and in front of me, two huge holographic icons floated. The icon on the left was a golden wireless symbol, the stockpile system. The icon on the right was a blood-red shattered symbol, the clear system. This scene was so familiar. It was the moment in my previous life when my sister and I awakened our systems simultaneously. As her brother, I felt sorry for my sister's frail health since childhood, so I chose the clear system, even though using it each time would deplete my energy and give me a splitting headache. And my sister took the stockpiling system, comfortably staying in the safe house I cleared out, reaping the benefits. And the result was that I was out there desperately fighting monsters, handing over all the loot and supplies to my sister for safekeeping. When I was gravely injured and on the brink of death, needing supplies to save my life, the one holding the warehouse keys locked me out to save a bit of food, feeding me to the zombies.
Brother.
A soft, crisp call interrupted my thoughts. I saw Jing Yao not far away also open her eyes. The confusion in her eyes lasted only a moment, and when she saw the two icons in the air, her gaze instantly turned greedy and fervent. She was reborn too. A cold curve appeared at the corner of my mouth. At this time in the previous life, Jing Yao was still acting coy. Brother, that red one looks so scary. I want the gold one. It looks like a wallet. But in this life, Jing Yao didn't even glance at the gold icon. She was fixated on the red clearing system. In her memory, I was practically a living war god in the previous life. With a wave of my hand, a 3-meter thick ice wall would vanish instantly, and hordes of zombies would turn to nothing. With power, why fear not getting supplies? She was tired of being a warehouse manager hiding behind her brother in the previous life. In this life, she wants to be the one who decides others' life and death with a wave of her hand. Jing Yao didn't give me any time to react. Like a child afraid of having their toy taken away, she didn't even care about maintaining her usual ladylike image. The moment her finger touched the red icon, a look of ecstatic joy appeared on her face.
Silly brother, you still don't know, do you? I've already taken the strongest ability.
In this life, it's your turn to beg me.
Yao, are you sure you want to choose that one? It looks like a combat type. It will be very tough.
You've protected me since we were young. This time, let me protect you. I'll handle the dirty and tiring work of fighting. That golden one is probably just a storage space suitable for someone meticulous like you. You can take care of logistics.
Protect me? I sneered inwardly. You want to turn me into your tool, and then, like in the last life when I protected you, squeeze out all my value. Unfortunately, you have no idea about the cost of the clearing system. In the last life, I could use the clearing system well because I had top-notch combat awareness and a strong physique. But even so, every time I used it, the weakness felt like a serious illness, and someone like Jing Yao, who can't even open a bottle cap, would probably be bedridden for 3 days after one use. The most crucial thing is, the clearing system can't produce or store any resources. In that apocalyptic world where even steel would crack from the cold, a world where you can't eat, can't wear, and have no heating, abilities are just a joke. I reached out my hand, my slender fingers gently touching the golden infinity symbol, as a warm golden light instantly enveloped my entire body. It felt as if a grand door in the depths of my mind had opened, revealing a vast and boundless still subspace perfectly linked with my consciousness. At this moment, a complete sense of security returned.
Congratulations to the host for successfully binding the system. Host, Jing Yan. Ability, unlimited stockpiling. Beginner level, 167 hours and 59 minutes until the apocalypse arrives. Please stockpile quickly and prepare.
I suddenly opened my eyes and found myself sitting on the leather sofa at home. The sun was shining brightly outside the window, the air conditioner was blowing a comfortable 78 degrees breeze, and there was a half-finished iced Americano on the coffee table. I'm still alive! This real warmth almost made me want to cry, but I didn't have time to be sentimental because my sister across from me also woke up, waving her arms excitedly at the air, as if testing her supernatural abilities. The crystal ashtray on the coffee table suddenly disappeared into thin air. My sister's face turned pale, and she clutched her chest, gasping for breath, but then she showed an expression of wild joy.
Haha, it's real! I have that power now!
She suddenly turned her head to look at me, and her eyes no longer held the usual dependence, but rather a blatant arrogance.
Brother, I'm a bit tired. Pour me a glass of water. Also, give me the bank card that Mom and Dad left behind. I need to go out and buy some things to prepare.
Her tone was as if she was ordering a servant. I picked up the iced Americano in front of me, took a slow sip, then leisurely put down the cup, looking at this sister who had pushed me into the abyss in a past life, and slowly uttered a single word. Get out.